Math 230, Cuesta College. I'm Joe Vasta, and we're covering a very short section. We'll only be doing this one example. It's called equal sets. The puzzle for this video, even though it's a short section, I'll still do a puzzle. See if you can figure this out. Which word goes there? The girl likes, it's multiple choice, so only one is the correct answer. Let's go ahead and take a look at equal sets. Two sets are equal if they have the same Venn diagram shading. So basically in 2.5, these are the only kinds of problems you get. It says, are the sets equal? You've got to do Venn diagram shading for each of these sets. There's actually a quicker way of doing it where you don't have to draw two pictures, and that's what I'm going to do. I will draw one picture. So here is the picture. Here's you. And there are three letters in each of these. This is A, B, C. So maybe you can do this on your own. You want to see if it gives you the same Venn diagram shading in both of them. Okay, so I'm going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'll also break this down like this. Hopefully I've given myself enough room here. I'm also going to speed things up, and on this one I'm going to say, well, what has to be done first? The parentheses, and inside the parentheses, the complement. Okay, so here is set A, which I'll write later, intersect with B, which is 2, 3, 5, 6. And then we have intersect C complement. So because I am skipping a step, I'm not writing C out and then putting the complement. I'm going to just go C complement, which is I look over here and I say, what is not in circle C? That's the complement. It is 1, 2, 3, and 8. Okay, and I'll go back to circling this in colors here. The next thing you want to do is finish up your parentheses by taking that intersection. And now I'm going to write out what A is. So what is in circle A? 1, 2, 4, 5. And this part, the intersection of 2, 3, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 8, well, what are the common elements? Looks like 2 is a common element, 3 is a common element, 5 is not, 6 is not. So those look like, that looks like the only common elements. So now I'm going to do the intersection of these two sets. Let me go ahead and circle this one in green here. And the intersection of these two sets happens to be just the number 2. Now normally if they ask us to draw a Venn diagram in shade, we would go ahead and shade in region 2. But because they're asking me, are the sets equal? I'm going to just stop right there, and I'm going to see if I end up getting 2 there. If I get just 2 there, the answer is yes. If I end up getting something else like 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, then the answer is no. The first thing I'm going to have to do here is A complement, because it's inside the parentheses. So I'm going to say B, I'll write that out later, intersect, A complement. So what is not in A? 3, 6, 7, 8. If you want to write out what is an A and then put the little tick mark, you can do that. It's just going to be an extra step. Okay, and we're going to union this with C. So what's in circle C? 4, 5, 6, 7. there. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to do the union, because that's inside the parentheses. So I'm going to union those sets together. And when I do that, I end up getting, union's the solid bowl. I'm putting everything in that bowl, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't see 1 or 2, so that's good. And then there's a complement. I think I better write out B now. So what is in circle B? Well, 2, 3, 5, 6. The complement is done next. And so let me go ahead and circle this part in green. And the complement is blue. What is the complement of 3 through 8? Well, it would just be 1 and 2. Okay, so the last thing we have to do is that intersection. The intersection is common elements, and there's only one common element, and it is 2. And look, it's exactly the same set. If we had got 1, 2 for our answer, then the answer would have been no. But because it's exactly the same set, the answer is yes. And so that's how you do your problems in 2.5. Let's get back to the puzzle. Excuse me. Maybe you already guessed what goes in. This is called a hexagon. Well, let's see. The triangle has 3 sides, and there are 3 letters there. The square has 4 sides. There are 4 letters. The pentagon has 5 sides, and there are 5 letters. So what goes in here is going to have 6 letters, which happens to be sweets. So the girl likes sweets. Well, that finishes up section 2.5. Section 2.6 is the next section. Keep up with your homework.